What is up, guys? Welcome along to SNRC. That's the Sunday Night Race Club. So we're back again for round 2, and it's gonna be at the Hanoi circuit in Vietnam. So Vietnam Grand Prix should be quite an interesting one. What's gonna be more fun about this? You don't have to watch me race it, because I'll probably be doing about 15 pit stops if I have to race this track. I'm so horrible at it. Anyway, we got 18 drivers on track, so it should be quite a fun race to watch with these guys. A few changes today. Uh, for everyone who did watch the live stream for the TNRC race that I did, I had a bit of an issue. My wireless controller, the battery just died on me, and on the very last lap, I was like, what the hell, are you kidding me right now? I had to switch on to the wired controller, so I'm just using the wired controller for today because I think that controller has some sort of freaking issue. I have no idea about it, and I'm really not interested in that happening again, because I checked it. It's supposed to be fully charged, and it only says medium battery, or I don't even know what crap. I'm not even interested right now. I'm just gonna throw it away or something. Anyway, let's get some stats on screen, and I gotta get a new headset to do this for the Xbox. It's just not sounding the same as I wanted to. Alright, so we don't need that. Full track map is on. That is good. Let's head out on track. So 18-minute qualifying session and then a 50% race. Let's get straight on track with a few of these drivers, as we already started our qualifying session. Who is out? We got Fraser already out on his out lap right now. I do particularly like the Vietnam circuit. What's so interesting about it is that very long straight that it has, and then getting around to a very tricky chicane to get around. So it does, there's a lot of opportunities for overtaking on this track, but I think sector 3 is like one of the most little bit difficult section of the track, where it's just a different corners after corner is just not easy to get an overtake done. You're most likely going to end up just cutting a corner, or something's just going to go horribly wrong. You're going to lose the front wing, you're going to cause the car to crash out, something's going to happen. Sector 1 is not as easy as it will seem to be as well. With such tight corners as it is on this track, it's just very easy for things to go horribly wrong. So we're not 100% sure on how this race is going to go. It's been quite a while since I've done a stream and comms race for Vietnam. It's mostly when the game came out first back in 2020 last year. That was when we actually did most of the races there. So it's going to be a lot of fun to actually watch another Vietnam race once again. I think the next, we'll probably be doing a few of them depending on how many leagues I do deal with. But I think maybe when I get to do this again is when the next game comes out. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see about that. But for now, let's see. We got just under 16 minutes left in this session already. The short qualifying session, it just goes by so quickly. You got just so limited time just to get your lap times in and get a really good lap time and try to not invalidate it. So let's see who is going to be the first. So we already got Fraser on his hot lap right now. I think he's going to be the first guy out here to make a lap time. I'm just hoping he does make a good lap time here. I'm rooting for everyone. I hope everyone has a great race today. I don't know if we're going to see any safety cars or VSCs. Who am I kidding? We're going to see something happen. It's Vietnam. Definitely something's going to be happening here today, and it's going to be a lot of fun for us to watch. Not so much fun for the drivers though, especially the ones that's going to be involved in these incidents. Our drivers are going to be pushing very hard. It's the second race for this season. Out of 15 races, this is the second one they're going to be at, and a lot of drivers didn't get as much points as they expected maybe in the first race, so they're definitely going to be gunning to get some more points here. And even drivers that were high up in that first race, they're definitely going to want to improve, keep the momentum going, what they got going, just fighting for the drivers championship, fighting for the constructors. They're going to be pushing as much as they can. Also, I did make a little bit of change in terms of stream quality here today. I don't know if anybody is having any trouble watching the live stream. If it's lagging on your end, I know exactly what's happening there, but there's not too much I can do about that. I just did an automatic scan and just set it up to go this way. So it's using my internet speed and working with that, and it just revved everything up right up to max because my internet speed is like very fast here right now. So hopefully is having a lagging stream. If you are, I guess shout it out in the comments. I'll probably have a look. I'll see that in a bit if that's happening. Actually, I can see that right here. So just in case, so I just at least I'll know what's happening. So Fraser 137.3 around Vietnam. Let's see what's the fastest lap time is going to be here in qualifying today, guys, because I honestly can't remember what a really good lap time at Vietnam is right now. I really don't keep track of these stuff. So let's see what else someone else is going to bring around. And let's see, we got Smitty, we got Grimmy. Everybody's running a hot lap right now, and that is Smitty 134.9, goes 3 seconds faster And where is Grayman right now? Okay, he's about going to sector 3, and let's see where he's going to go on the board. I'm quite sure a few more drivers are going to be finishing their laps pretty soon. I can see them already going around on the map there, and it's going to be quite interesting. We got a 137 from Kai there. Oh, and Smitty's out. Smitty is out, so he didn't make it back to the pits. I'm not sure how that qualifying time is going to work out for him now, because it's very tricky on how that actually works in the game. So Grimmy is on his lap. Let's see, he's going to be finishing pretty soon, and we're going to get a few more times coming in. And he's not taking the chance. He's back into the pits. And we got requires there 139.4. Who else is wrong? Birdie's got a 136.062. Briefing car 136.085. Just a few thousandths of a second off of each, a few hundred seconds off of each other. Sorry. And who else is currently running? We got Brembo here. Let's see where he's going. I don't know where you guys find these PSN names, but I love it. Don't worry about it. See how far along is he. So he's getting there. And we got cars like AMG Reckless and stuff running out front. I think maybe Dizzle is out front more. I'm not even sure who's out there in front. But let's keep on with Dizzle here. He's going pretty slow. Let's go into somebody else. Mo Sullivan is running pretty well. Not even paying attention to what sector times are like right now. I'm just trying to see who is getting a better time in here. Did anyone else get a time in that? I don't think so. No, that's our lap time for so far. So Smitty holding the fastest of 134.9. Unfortunately, he crashed out before even getting back to the pits. So I'm not even sure how that's going to work out. If that's going to stay there, if that's going to stick, we're going to see how that works out for him. But that is not a good sign for him right now. And that is most relevant 136.059. AMG Reckless goes P1 now 134.7. And that puts Red Bull on pole for the moment with 11 minutes left in this session. Who else just got a time in? I know someone did. I don't know how I'm going to call your name, dude. Kiziato, 134.9. Not bad a time. Just about a few tenths off. Let's see who else is currently out here. Oh, that is a heavy invalidation there. And we're following Lim right now. This is AMG's Reckless teammate. He's on his out lap right now, so he still has a hot lap to go on. And then we're going to see actually what kind of lap time he is. Oh, I think he will touch that wall just maybe a little bit. Hopefully no damage off of that. I don't think he got any damage though. Yeah, so Smitty is going to be pushed down the order for just a little bit right now, because we're going to get some faster lap times in this session as we do proceed with the time counting down. 10 minutes left in the session now. That's 8 minutes out. And there's not a lot of time left, so they're going to have to just be a little bit quicker about this. Just get these lap times in as fast as they can. It does take about at least a minute and a half to get around this track, and then you have to really just account what tire strategy you really going to want to run with this race. And that is the purple sector for the next Red Bull driver, Lim there. Let's see what he's up to here. I think he might be on for a good lap. I'm not sure as yet. He needs to follow on with his teammate and keep Red Bull on top ranks right now. Wilco is out of the session. He's retired from the session. Oh, and I think he's out there in sector 3. Maybe, I'm not sure as yet, but he's out somewhere though. We definitely gotta get another mic to do this. This one is not so much fun. This is like the first mic I started doing esports commentary with. I honestly don't know if the other one works on the Xbox. I know it works on the PS4. I'm not sure if it works on the Xbox, so I've never tried it. I gotta give it a go. Oh, and that's end plate gone of his car, so he's messed up his lap just a little bit there, but getting right on to the end, and he's gonna finish a lap. Let's see what he's gonna be getting in here. Maybe still getting a good lap time in, maybe in the top 5. Hopefully for him, 133, 434 point something so far. Oh, and I don't know how good it's gonna be. It's a 139. Not too good. Puts him in 11 for now. He's going to have to do a better lap than that. He has to get into this and get it back. Maybe about 2 more chances to do this. But let's see how that goes for him. Grimmy there, grading on another lap right now. Needs to put Mercedes on top. Let's see where he's going to go. Lord, his teammate is down there in the pits as well. Hasn't got a lap time in here as yet. They need to do something for this race. did talk with Grimmy earlier today. He said he's not expecting too many big things for this race. Not a great track for him, but you know, I'm still confident he can probably do well here. So let's see how he's gonna make if he's making a good lap time here or not. If he can get a good qualifying in, maybe he can still score some decent points for his team, and hopefully his teammate there will get some even better points, even if he does have a bad day here at Vietnam. Alright, so that's Grimmy 124.7, and Dude said he's going to have a bad day here. And he's currently holding a provisional pole for the start of the Vietnam Grand Prix right now. So that's quite interesting, Grimmy. But anyway, I'm glad to see you up there, man. Good having a really good lap from you. I think that's going to hold him in a good starting position for now, even if he doesn't get a better lap than that. Okay, you know, just about 7 minutes remaining. But remember, we talked about this both for the pass for the round 1 for SNRC and round 1 for TNRC. It's always a lot of stuff happening coming down to the end of qualifying sessions, where that's like just the most interesting part of the session, where everyone just goes across the line, making a faster lap, and just, you know, everyone just keeps moving down the order. So we're going to see how that works out. Hopefully it works out very well for some of these drivers. I'm not sure, but you know, with 18 drivers in, someone has to start down there in 18th. It can be avoided, so let's see how that's gonna go. Let's switch on down to someone else who's currently running. Maybe Bird's running another lap here. I'm not sure if he is or not. Let's have a look. I think he might be. This is one of the most difficult sections of the track for me. When I did start playing F1 2024 when the game first came out, it was so difficult getting through that section. I would break a front wing off of every curve that it went through there. Just keep hitting something. It was really not that easy for me. I'm not even kidding. I think Briefing might be on a lap here right now. Let's see what he's up to. I mean, this portion of the track, I've kind of nailed it on that turn. You just got to get your braking zone so much, just perfect, and you can actually get around there pretty. But it's actually a really good overtaking opportunity for a lot of drivers, and also one of the spots that, you know, a lot of incidents tend to happen and cause things like safety cars, VSCs, and yellow flags and whatnot. So we're going to see how careful drivers are going to be. So we still got, I think, Lord there, that's Grimmy's teammate. I think he's just the only driver yet to make a lap time. And Will goes out, he's not going to be making any sort of lap time. We're going to follow with Lord. Oh, let's follow on with, let's finish the briefing call. Did he make a faster lap? Yes, he did. Went 124.3. And that's about 4/10 better than Grimmy's time. So great lap from him. Follow on with Laura now, the next Mercedes driver. I don't know who's driver number 1, who's driver number 2. Don't really give a crap. Let's see who, if they both can get on the front of the grid for the start here or not. I'm not sure. But Lord does need to get a lap time in here because he's running out of time right now. Just under 5 minutes left in this session. It's not a lot of time left for qualifying. And remember, there is no Q2 or Q3 here. So you got to just make it up in this 1 18-minute session that you have. So that's what's so interesting about it. I got a few more drivers getting out on outlaps right now. I think Eurobomb is getting out on another outlap. He's going to give it a try. Maybe try to improve upon this 12th there. He doesn't really want to start there. And let's see how that's going to go. I'm really hoping that this stream quality is a lot better. There was something a bit down in the settings, so I just have to adjust a few things. And hopefully it is better. I didn't have time to test the new settings out, so hopefully it is better. I mean, for what I'm seeing in the control room, it's fine there, but that's usually shown that way. I'm not sure. It does feel a little bit better from my end, but I can't really tell. Oh, and goes 13th. Not the best starting position there. Just about 4 minutes left now. I don't know if he's going to be... Let's see. Requires is down here in 17th. And just went 13th. Not the best there either. Who else is running here right now? I think Kai might be on a lap here. Let's have a look. This track is so tricky. I want wonder if AMG Reckless is, yeah, definitely AMG Reckless is on another lap right now. Let's see if he's going to improve his time from 134.4 and take away pole once again. Liam takes 134.1. 6.9. Liam takes provisional pole for now. That's quite interesting to see. Let's see if he can hold on to it going to the end of this session here or not. Oh, and Jaeger bombs retired from the session. Probably crashed it out somewhere. I think he did. I'm not 100% sure on that. It does seem like he did according to what I'm seeing on track right now with those yellow flags. Yep, definitely did. I might have just put that car into a wall. Either way, that's going to be over for him. We are coming very close down to the end of qualifying here now, guys. So currently what we got is Liam holding P1. Briefing Cow takes P2 for the moment. AMG Reckless currently P3 going into the pits right now. Grimmy in P4 getting on an outlap at the moment. Kiziato getting P5 at the moment and is another outlap there as well. Oh, that's a heavy validation. I don't know why it's showing so bright red. We got Kai and Fraser, both Renault 7th and 8th right now. Spinny stuck in 6th there for now. And a lot of cars getting out of, as you said, everything tends to happen down at the very final 2 minutes of the qualifying session. And that's what's happening right now. Every car getting out on an outlap. Track is going to be very busy. And everyone's going to be trying for a pretty good lap here. Now I can't go as far away as I like from the Xbox because the wire is not as long as I expect it to be. Actually, I can go a little bit backward, that's fine. Hopefully I don't yank it out. Alright guys, so let's see what's happening. Less than a minute left in qualifying now as we're about to see some final lap times being posted in. Actually, everything is fine here. I can just get as comfortable as I want. Yep, we're good. Thank God they made this wire so long. Alright guys, yeah, we were talking, so we're getting to the qualifying session now. I still see a few yellow flags on track at the moment. I know a few things are happening there. So we got most cars on their hot laps at the moment. We're going to start to see a lot of changes happening, and Liam is out of this session, stuck with his 134.1. If anyone does beat that, he is going to be pushed down there. So let's see how that works out for him right now. So Frazier's final position probably is an 8 unless he gets pushed down from that. We're going to have a look at that in a bit. Let's go on up here to see what's happening. Where is Briefing Cow right now? And goes across the line, doesn't improve from that P3. AMG Record stuck right there as well. We got Kiziato going around. Let's see where he's going to end up in sector 3 right now and going. And we're on the final 2 minutes at least of the session. Well, session time is over anyway, but just whoever's currently running a lap is going to get to finish a set lap, and that's going to be it. So is there in 6 right now? Anyone currently running? Let's see what's happening. I think Brembo, no, he's not running a hot lap. We got Kai might be on a hot lap here right now. I think Mo Silver might be on another lap. Just finished that, so that puts him up just up into 11th a bit. We're still going to wait for our final results to be able to call out our starting grid here. But yeah, it's been an interesting qualifying session. A lot of really great lap times here, a lot of competitive lap times because we got a lot of 124s, a lot of 135s, a few 136, and then 137, 139, not too good two time. But yeah, so some interesting lap times. I think it's going to be quite a competitive race, and we're going to see a lot of battling in this race, so see how that goes. I don't know how many of you think we're going to have a safety car in lap 1, but we're going to see how that goes. So, starting on pole is going to be Kiziato in P1. Liam there starts in 2nd. Bird starting in 3rd. Briefing Cow is going to take 4th for the start. AMG Reckless down to 5th right now. Grimmy in 6th. Smitty 7th. Frazier 8th. Dizzle in 9th. Brembo 10th. We got Kai in 11th. Mo Sullivan in 12th. Leo in 13. Jägerbomb in 14. I got Requas 15. Lord in 16. Lim 17. Wilco in 18. And that's going to be it for our starting grid, guys. So we're going to be getting straight into the 50% race session. Get through our formation lap, which I should, hopefully it is on. It does give me a little bit of time to just get things set up before the start of the race. So that's why I kind of like having the formation lap on. That's when you don't have it on, it just gets like straight on through to the race and you don't really get to set up the map and stuff like that. So kind of why spectators tend to like that kind of stuff happening. So there we have it, guys. Cars on track already. We're gonna wait for everyone to ready up. What on earth is that? Okay, so there we go, starting the formation lap right now. So Kiziato is gonna lead everyone around the track, just for one lap, just to get everything warmed up to temperature, and just as a practice start for the cars. So hopefully everything goes well, and we're gonna have a pretty interesting start to this race. So let's just get maybe a few things. Let's see, what do we need? Nope, not that. Alright, I think that's good enough. We're gonna just keep it on that for now. So should be quite an interesting start here. So going over our starting grid again, so we got Kiziato starting P1, as you can see, Liam there P2, Bird in P3. I'm just wondering between these top 3 here how well it's gonna go on the opening lap for them. If anyone is going to get into maybe a major incident, a minor incident, what's going to happen exactly. We would expect Kiziato to just get really, hope if he does it, if he gets a good start on that clutch though, just to get a really good start and get ahead through turn 1, and then getting ahead, hopefully he just gets some sort of gap going as soon as he gets started, just to stay out of the way of any trouble behind of him, which is, I think, is what he's going to want to be so careful about. But you never know what's going to happen. It should be quite an interesting race start though, but we're going to see how that goes, and hopefully he has a pretty good start here. Liam just behind him and Bird as well, and we have Briefing Cow, AMG Reckless, Grimmy, Smitty, all these guys are going to be gunning to get a really good start as well. And remember, it's not a very long run getting down into turn 1. It's actually a very short run, especially if you're at the front of the grid, so they're going to have to just be so careful if any cars are going to try and take it on the inside. I know that's going to be a very dangerous part of the track for just cars to try to go on, because even though getting into turn, if you do take the inside, there's still going to be a car on the outside. You got to leave room, and it's just going to end very badly if drivers do try to force their way through it, and just try to say that was my line, or I should have gotten in line, you should have backed off a bit. But let's see how it goes. We're getting right around to sector 3 right now, getting through to the final 2 corners, and then everybody's going to just be reforming on the grid in just about 20 seconds time. And we're going to get started with the Vietnam Grand Prix. Remember, guys, this is SNRC, that's the Sunday Night Race Club, Division 1, and it's round 2 of 15, Vietnam. So this is just about to get started here. We got to race for the very last car, which is Wilco there, to get back into his starting position. And once everything is good to go, we're going to be getting started with this race, and we should be getting a really good view from in front. Let's just try our best to keep the camera on at least maybe Kiziato and Liam there, but we're gonna zoom the camera down to the back as we're about to get started here now, guys. So let's see how well this start is gonna go. Should have the lights going off right about now as we do there. I think that's maybe a better view. And that leaderboard is already messed up a little bit, I think. I'm not even sure. No, I think it should be fine. It should be fine. We're good for now. Let's see how the start goes. Looks okay so far. I don't see any contact on the back. A lot of position changing though. And let's see. Anyone getting any damage through here? Not so far, I don't think. Maybe some minor contact, but everything seems to be okay so far. this is a very hard part of the track. Is keep an eye on everything as they go through. I think the front of the grid is pretty okay at the moment. They're just trying to keep an eye on midfield as we go down. We got a few positions changing down at the back between Smitty and AMG Reckless down there. AMG Reckless trying to get back ahead. Let's see if he's going to be able to get that done or not. It does look like he's holding on for it for now as they're on to a very difficult portion of the track getting through. This is probably going to continue on to that very long straight there. Let's see how well that goes for these guys. I know there's quite a few positions changing down at the back here. And there's our predicted race strategy, which I'm not even sure the drivers are going to be using. They're probably just using their own strategies here. Let's see, we didn't really watch what tires these guys are started on, but we're going to have a look at that in just a bit. Of course, we might have some unexpected pit stops happening pretty soon as well. I think we have contact between the two Ferraris there, and between a Ferrari and a Renault now. I'm quite sure I saw contact between both of the Ferraris, so they're getting into it a bit early into this race. They're not probably too happy with each other starting all the way down at the back. So that's going to be something to have a look into in this race. If the Ferrari drivers are getting along with each other there, or not even 100% sure about that. Surprisingly, we are keeping an eye on the back of the grid right now to see what's happening. It's where most of the action seems to be, not so much out in front. We do have quite a bit of a close gap between most of our cars out front, but just to have a look at what's happening down in the back here, there's a bit of drama at Ferrari right now, and I think there's already a pit stop here. Yeah, one Ferrari is already in the pits. I'm not sure if that was intentional for that damage to be caused there, or it's just a little bit heavy racing between the drivers, but it was just the opening lap. Maybe just trying to force the way through, just trying to keep their positions there. Could actually just resulted in a racing incident, but we're not sure. So that definitely is going to be investigated down at the end of the race in the report room, so we're going to see how that goes. So Kizziato continues to lead on lap 2 right now. And we got Liam there currently running second still. We got Briefing out now in P3. I'm not even sure who changed positions or not. So I know we got Bird in P14 Dreamy gaining the position here now. We're going to have a look at position changes in just a bit. But for now, let's follow along. We're going to go down the grid and see where our close gaps are, as Dreamy is getting very close now. Getting on board with him, he's getting very close to board and is trying to go side by side, but not getting opportunities yet. Going to hold back through this chicane at least for now. And let's see who's behind him. So you got Leo behind 1.5 seconds. You have a bit of a gap going at the moment. I'm going to call that a big gap at this point in the race, because most of the gaps are under a second right now between most of these cars. So that's actually quite interesting. A lot of fun to watch right now, even being at Vietnam. It's only going to be 28 laps for this race, which I think is going to reckon that most of these drivers are going to be forcing it for just a one stop. They're not going to be doing a two stop unless are absolutely necessary, caused by damage and stuff like that. And I think even starting on the soft, they might just go onto the hards, go to the end of the race, or maybe force it onto the mediums. We're going to see how that strategy works out for them. I think a few drivers did start on the hard tires, I think. Let's have a look at that actually. So position changes as they are. Top two drivers didn't change positions, as well as Brembo, they're in 10. Everyone else changed positions. That's a little bit, you can have a look at that. Let's see what else stops. So one stop made by Diego on the 1 Ferrari right now. They had contact with his teammate, which caused that stop to happen. I don't think his teammate probably took any damage. I'm not sure. Maybe he's driving with it. That's tires as they are right now. So Diego went on to the hard tires. We got two drivers started on those hard. Most started on the soft, and we got two drivers started on mediums. So that's quite interesting to see there. And let's see, no penalties as yet, but it's early in the race. We can always hope that these drivers don't get any penalties, but things like this are going to happen at some point in the race. We got Smitty down here in 8, getting very close to Fraser. So AMG Reckless just behind him. So that's quite interesting to see what's happening here for fight for 7th place at the moment. As Smitty gets by Fraser, goes side by side, and let's see if he's getting ahead. Yes, he is. Does get by quite cleanly. AMG Reckless coming just behind Fraser now as well. Is he going to lose another position as they're fighting side by side and goes through? Might have the inside. I think he's probably, he's forcing himself to go. And have to settle and stay right where they are, and that's going to be AMG Reckless. He's going to stay there in 9 for now, not going to overforce it. Doesn't want to cause a big incident here. Doesn't want to risk his position there in 9. And we got some major contact between both of them, and that is AMG Reckless out of the race. The Renault took some severe damage there as well. He's still in it, but that's AMG Reckless out. I'm actually surprised we actually caught that. Alright, so that's Fraser in. That's going to be a full-on safety car. Obviously, this track is very narrow. Not a lot of room for other cars to come and get past. So that car is going to have to be cleared off the track there. Unfortunate for AMG Records to be out of this race so soon, and he started so high up. He was doing pretty well, and then this happened. Contact with the Renault driver there. Unfortunately for the Renault, he's still in the race, but he's going to have to get that damage repaired. He's already in the pits there. I'm not even sure who's going to get the fault on that one there. We're not really even going to push that one right now. That's going to be reported in the race either way. But yeah, so first safety car of the race, surprisingly all the way on lap 4 that's happening. So not too bad. Didn't happen on lap 1 at least. So that safety car is triggering some pit stops there. Having a great overhead view of Vietnam's track right now. Always get to wear on that portion of the track. So we got Kiziato continuing to lead this race. Liam running in second. Briefing Cow in third. Bird in fourth. Grimmy in fifth. Leo is 6th right now. Brembo up to 7th at the moment. Kai in 8th. Bo Sullivan there 9th. We got Requaz 10th. I got Lord in 11th. Lim in 12th. Smitty 13th. Frazier down to 14. He was involved with AMG Records for that incident that caused the safety car there. Jägerbaum down to 15th. Had a bit of an incident with his teammate at the start of the race, the other Ferrari. And then we got Diesel in 16th. Wilco there in 17th. And AMG Records out of the Vietnam Grand Prix right now. That's going to be absolutely no points for him in this race. So we're going to be under the safety car for just a bit here, guys. So not to worry, that should be over quite soon. But you know, as we've said before, following under a safety car is never a lot of fun. No one likes to do it, and it tends to result in cars getting into it and just hitting the cars in front of them, sorry. So it tends to happen sometimes. Okay, sorry about it. Yeah, so let's get back to this and see what's going on here. So yeah, a few more pit stops happening down at the back. I can see there. I see we have Gurmy taking a pit stop as well. Briefing Cow taking a pit stop there as well. I think they're already back out on track, so they're taking their pit stops during their safety car and hoping they don't have to take another pit stop again, which is what I'm assuming. Grimmy all the way down to 17. What tires did he go onto? So he went onto the hard tires, and he's going to be going to the end of the race on those set of tires there. So should be interesting to see how well the strategy works out for them. Remember, guys, it's a 28-lap race. I'm quite sure a lot of these drivers didn't expect to be spitting on this portion of the race, or at least at this point in the race, but I'm quite sure they've had to plan for this. They know there's going to be a safety car within the first 25% of this race, and you got to just plan for what your pit stop strategy is going to be. If you have to change it to adjust for a safety car, you got to know what you're going to do. Are you going to take a pit stop? Are you going to just stay out? It's kind of a risk. It's like a 50-50 something. You got to just know exactly what is it you're going to do, because it all depends when the safety car happens. Are you going to just take a pit stop and you don't have to pit again, or risk going behind the safety car, keeping a high position? A safety car is going to be in on this lap, by the way, guys. So getting back racing here very soon in going into lap 6. Yes, also saying you got to just take a chance. Are you going to just stay out, keep a high position, following behind the safety car, and then when you get the restart going, you're going to have to make sure that your tires are going to go quite a way into this race before taking a pit stop, because you can't take an early pit stop just after the safety car. It's going to cost you way more positions than had you done it under the safety car. So it's kind of a lot of things to actually think about and consider, and this is why drivers tend to think about pit stop strategy before they actually get to the race. They even do practice races, and I think I see some drizzle coming down, which is going to be so much fun. I'm hoping it starts to rain, and it's going to rain. This is going to be fun. Now this is going to change the whole dynamics of the race, because we just had a safety car. We had so many cars take pit stops, and it seems like it's about to start raining here now. So what's going to happen, I'm not sure as yet, but if it gets too wet for these dry tires, definitely is going to be another round of pit stops, and we're about to get back racing here right now as Lim is in the pits. Why is he in the pits? I'm not sure. He might have taken some damage, maybe hitting the car behind of him. I'm trying to have a look at that. Where the heck is he right now? Dude, it's hard to follow. And he's already going on to the intermediate tires, which is what I wanted to see. And dude, I think it's a way too early for that. I don't think he's getting wet enough on track for that as yet. But let's see how bad of a decision that was for him in just a bit, as we're going to follow along with Liam out here in second, chasing down Kiziato out in P1. And let's see if that is going too well. Not going too well at the moment. Let's follow on with Brembo there, getting past Leo, getting up into P4 and putting Leo down into P5. Remember guys, both Ferrari had a bit of an incident at the start. Of course, this one is still higher up. Brembo is still on P4. His teammate Jägerbomb down to P12 though, because of that contact between the two of them. I think that's going to be talked about a bit later. Riquaz there running just behind Mo Sullivan right now, getting side by side I think with him and trying to get by up into P7. That's Sullivan down to 8 now. And let's see if Sullivan is going to be able to get that back. I'm not sure if he might be able to get that back as yet. Lord coming just behind them there as well. He's going to try and get a Smitty getting up one position from Lord, getting up into P9. Let's see if he holds on to it. And I think Jägerbomb might have gained a position there as well. And a penalty at that. Just lost that position back again. Diesel back up into P12. And doesn't give his position up that easily. Following Lord right now. Let's see if he's able to get back up into P9. This is going to change a lot right now. That track temperature is going to start to drop pretty dramatically pretty soon, especially if this drizzle starts to get any heavier than it is right now. These tires are going to start struggling for grip on this track, and it's going to be so much fun to watch on my end because I'm not racing. But unfortunately for our drivers, they're going to have to adjust to it and decide when they're going to do the split stop for Inters if they have to. If it does get wet enough, I'm not sure. I know one driver already made a move for that, and I think that was Lim Dong at the back there. And I think he's struggling a bit because he's 19 seconds behind. We're going to have a look at him in just a bit, but let's just keep on to our battles that are happening here right now, because I think I got Smitty, Lord, and Frazier all pretty close together and going. I got Diesel having a battle with Frazier down in the back there. I think he's up into 11th right now, with Frazier down to 12. Who else is having a close battle? Let's go back to the quads up here in 7th, following with Leo getting very close, and that drizzle is coming down, as you can have a view from on board Lord's car here right now. Yep, definitely coming down, but I think it's fine for the dry tires at the moment. I think they have sufficient grip at the moment, but it's starting to come down. So the track temperature I know is going to be dropping, and it's going to be a little bit interesting to see. Oh, we got a great battle going on between Sullivan and Lord here right now. Who is getting by on this one? And I think two of them are going side by side. That might be Diesel trying to get by there. And Diesel does get up into P10. Smitty getting up a position there. Quite a few positions changing. We got some major incidents happening here. And he barely even noticed what was happening there. Cars falling down the order right now. So Kai seems to lost a few positions. He's trying to get back up right now. Jägerbomb gets up into 12, put Griffin Cow down to 13. Grimmy got up to 14 so far. And DRS is back online, so definitely dry enough for these tires to run still if DRS is being allowed by race control. So we're not getting to that wet point in the race, and Lim is falling way back right now. Let's get her back here and see what's happening out front at the moment. And Quaz gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I don't know if we're having pit stops happening for the tires changing right now. Let's have a look at that. And it does look like that's what's happening. Switching down to the back, let's see if those tires are going to work for them or not. It seems to be getting pretty wet on track right now. Actually, not that wet actually. I'm not sure if it's time for these tires or not, because Lim seems to be struggling with them right now. So I'm not really sure how good of an idea that was. Nope, I think the dry tires are fine for now. Honestly, in my opinion, I think they're fine. But remember, this is dependent on the driver's guy. It just depends on how the cars feel for them, and if they, they decide that, you know what, these tires are not working, I need to change onto the wet tires right now, so they're gonna go for intermediates, and just see how that's gonna work for them. Our front guys are running on their tires that they have started the race with, well, that they're running on all the time. So we're gonna keep tires on for now, just so we can see who's running on what tires at the moment, and we might have to have some problems now. Following on with Kiziato right now, let's see if he's having some trouble with his tires, and he seems to be fine, leading by 1.7 seconds right now with Liam there in second, and he's running pretty fine for the moment. We got Liam coming in second now, Bird in third, we got Brembo in fourth, Smitty fifth, and Leo still in sixth, Diesel up to 7, Lord in 8th, Griffin Cow in 9th, Sullivan in 10th, Grimmy in 11th right now, and Kai there in 12, Wilco 13, Fraser 14, Diego currently 15, Lim there up to 16 now, as Requas is now down to 17. So let's see, do we have any close gaps working for us? We got Grimmy getting very close to Sullivan right now, who seems to be glitching or maybe just a little bit, and he's trying to get by. Does get side by side, oh, and almost loses the rear end. Gets on the gas a little bit too fast there, I think, and almost just lost that rear end of the car. That could have cost him maybe the race or maybe a few positions. He's running 11, trying to get past Sullivan still here. Not getting an easy go at it, as Kai is changing his tires in the pits there now as well. We got Wilco in the pits as well. Let's see what he's going to be changing on too. At this point, I would say they're starting to feel these tires lose temperature right now and start to go up on them. They're going to have some trouble braking, obviously, and some trouble getting back up to speed, which is why we saw Grimmy lose the rear end just a little bit. It's not just because he has got on the gas a little bit too fast. I look, there it is happening again. It's that the track is just losing temperature, and it's a little bit harder to get back accelerating as fast as you would like, as quickly as you would like, with just the tires not getting as much grip as you would like them to have. So we're going to start to see some pit stops happening with the upper portion of the grid right now. So we're following with Lord right now, chasing down Briefing Cow, currently running in P8. Remember, we're on lap 9 right now, so still about, I guess, about 20 laps left to go. 19, 20 laps left to go in this race. So quite a way more for us to go still. And a lot has changed so far. Started the race pretty well, got a safety car just about 4 or 5 laps in. Now it's starting to rain. So let's see how interesting that's going to make things here. And we got some pit stops happening out front. Everyone seems to be going on to the intermediate tires now. And let's follow on with Kiziato out front, as he's still leading this race, still running on his soft tires. And we got Brembo now running behind him in P2, 12 seconds behind. And then you got, I think Liam is going to be coming out. Lord hasn't pitted as yet. Let's see if he gets a little. So Liam comes out in P3, Bird there in P4, and Lord has not pitted. Still has on his medium tires he started the race with and running with. So he's trying to make some sort of pit stop strategy work for him here. Smitty now out in 6, Dizzle in 7, Leo in 8, Griffin Cow now down to 9. Diego Bomb is up to 10th now, Fraser in 11, Grimmy is he's in the pits, and let's see, he's probably coming out in 11th right now. Yes, he is. So Fraser down to 12, Sullivan in 13, and DRS is now disabled, which tells us it's getting to that point of the race where the dry tires are definitely not going to be the one you need to be on. So we're going to start to see Kiziato and Brembo start to struggle on these tires here just a little bit. They're going to have to be very, very careful about this, and I think hopefully Kiziato has enough time to pit and still keep the lead of the race. I'm not sure how long will the pit stop take here in Vietnam, but I don't think 14 seconds is going to cut it. He might be losing a few positions here. Let's have a look at him right now, and let's see. Him is Brembo coming. He's probably going to have to pit as well. So we're going to go on to Liam here and follow along. He's coming around. Let's see if he's able to get past Kiziato there and take away the lead of the race, because we do have Brembo into the pits there as well. And there we have it, guys. Liam takes away the lead of the race. Bird goes in second. Kiziato is coming out in third. Let's see if he's going to be in third, actually, because we got Brembo coming behind him there as well. And it's a very close cut. Takes away second. Bird down into third now. So Kiziato has lost one position with this pit stop. His strategy for this race has been excellent so far. Started in P1, ran the race all the way through, didn't pit under the safety car, and now is pitting under the conditions that we have, and has allowed him to stay in second now. So he has just one position to gain and go up. So the only car he has to deal with is Liam there right now, getting down to the end of the race, and these tires will probably make it to the end of the race. I'm not sure how long these inters are going to last on them, but he has fresh inters now. Let's see how well he's going to handle and go on them. He probably can push him all the way to the end of this Grand Prix right now. And let's get on to a bit in the middle of the grid right now and see what's happening down the back. A bit of close racing between Briefing Cow there and I think Leo. Let's see, they're chasing each other around for the moment at least. As conditions on track are starting to get a little bit difficult to see, I guess. Briefing Cow getting very close now to Brembo. Let's see if he's going to get a pass here or not. Still running 7 though. Tries to take the inside, doesn't cut the corner, but still tries to take the inside a bit and not getting it done. So Brembo, Briefing Cow going at it. You got Leo and Jägerbomb just behind them going at it as well. As Jägerbomb is trying to go side by side, tries to take the inside and outbreaks him. Let's see, they're still going side by side on this. I'm not sure who's coming out of this one. And he has to settle for 9th right now. Has a penalty right now to deal with as well. We haven't seen so many penalties on this race as compared to round 1, so that's quite interesting to see actually here. We're still following along right now with Jägerbomb as he's still chasing down Leo, trying to push for the inside and trying to get an overtake done, but just not getting that full gap to go on as yet. Even getting side by side is still very difficult for him right now. Let's see if he gets anything done into turn 1 as they go. Just gap so very close, and I think he's trying to go for it and does push for it again. Did he take any damage? No, he did not. Still pushes on though and still running pretty well here. This is some pretty close racing between these two guys. I'm quite surprised that Jägerbomb hasn't broken his front wing as yet. So that's just goes to show how great the driving is with these guys. Keeping so close behind a car and just not taking any damage, and he definitely just going to be pushing for it in just a bit. Remember, there is going to be no DRS. They're just going to have to rely on their sheer driving skill, and maybe a little bit of DRS will be used, but it is not used the same way when the conditions on track are as such, as we all know. His viewpoint is going to get a little bit difficult following so closely behind Leo's car, but he's pushing that crazy right now. Let's see if he's able to get something done here. And we got a very close gap between Briefing Cow and Brembo out front as well. Let's see if these two of them are going to have any bit of a contact going through here. And no, they seem to be fine so far. Oh, maybe a bit of minor contact between the front and rear wheels, but otherwise than that, everything seems to be fine. Getting back down to Jägerbomb. He's still chasing down Leo right now. Still not able to get this pass done. And you know what, let's get out in front, see what's happening. Kiziato in front here. He's 0.2 of a second behind Liam right now, trying to get by and trying to take back the lead of the race, but not having an easy time of it. I'm gonna probably switch back in just a bit to down in the back. I just switch back down here. Jägerbomb is still getting very close to Leo right now, not getting to get an overtake done, so he's still trying for that. As that is going on, we're going to go from top and go to the bottom. So Liam running pretty well out front, doing a great job of keeping Kiziato just behind him and not allowing him to get by. So no DRS help. That's going to be a bit of a disadvantage for him there. Going to have to just try and get past just by driving. We got Bert currently running in third here right now. So he's been driving a great race as well. Currently running in third. So everyone running on just about the same amount of laps up on their tires. So it's going to be interesting to see if anyone is going to be taking another pit stop to get onto a fresh set of intermediate tires here or not. We got Smitty now running for about 13 seconds behind Bort. He's in P4 at the moment. He's running a pretty great race there as well. Gaps are a bit close, gaps are a bit far, but overall we still have some great racing happening on track here at the moment. Dizzle here running P5 at the moment. 6.8 seconds behind Smitty, so not doing too bad at all as he goes. And then we got Brembo running in P6. Briefing Cow still chasing him down. Let's see another battle going on between these two once again as they go around. So Briefing Cow going side by side with him here right now. Let's see if he's going to be able to get by as he's trying to, but Brembo has the inside. And Briefing Cow is trying to cut him off just getting by, and let's see if that worked or not. Nope, they're still going side by side with it. I really hope this doesn't end badly for the two of them, and let's see, they're going fine so far. There's only so many sections of the track they can actually go through side by side, and they're going to have to just keep it behind each other for a bit. I don't think Briefing Cow is giving up. He's going, taking the inside again. gets it done, keeps it in 6th for now. Brembo settling for that 7th, at least for the moment being. So a great battle between those two going, and that's going to continue on for just a bit more, I think. We got Leo and Jägerbomb still going at this here. Grimmy and Jägerbomb now. Oh, Jägerbomb is fighting it out with Grimmy. Grimmy trying to get by up into 9th, not getting it at the moment. Going to have to settle for P10 for at least for now and try that again. Hopefully no taking any damage from that, as Jägerbomb is trying to catch up back to Leo right now and trying to get the battle going on back there. We got Lord running just behind Grimmy there. Both of them, Mercedes running behind each other. 10th and 11. Not too great of a positions for them at the moment here. Following Prix here right now. He's in 12th and running in Renault. 6.3 seconds behind Lord at the moment. And because they're running just behind him in 13th. And does have a penalty to deal with, so that's only something for him to do, because he's 21 seconds behind Prix at the moment. Sullivan 6.2 seconds behind Repause, and then we have Wilco there in 15th. He's about 8.2 seconds behind, and Frazier running in 16th right now, and Liam, our last car, running in 17th. He's about 10 seconds behind. We got a switch happening down in front. Leo losing about 2 positions there, I think, because both Jägerbomb and Grimmy have gotten past him. We're going to switch back to that in just a bit here right now, just having a look what's happening here. So let's see what's happened out front. So that's Grimmy up into 9th right now. I think Requires is going to let's see where Requires is. He's going to have to really try and catch up, because he's 22 seconds behind here right now. Has quite a bit of a way to go. Let's see if that doesn't work out for him. Getting out in front, we're following Kiziato right now, still chasing down Liam, trying to get back the lead of the race, but not able to do so right now. We're on lap 15 of 28 right now. So just past the halfway point in this race. And it's been going quite interesting so far. Let's see if this rain is coming down anymore or not. No, it doesn't seem to be coming down. Actually, I can't tell about it. When you get on board with the cars, it does seem a little bit different, because it is coming a little bit more down right now. But it's not. I don't think it's going to get to the point where we need wet tires. Oh, and Kiziato is getting side by side with Liam right now. Let's see if he's able to go some heavy braking, and he might have gotten this done. Gets by up into P1, takes away the lead of the race. Liam down back to P2. I'm not sure how well he's going to be dealing with this if he wants to give up the lead of this race. Let's see if he's going to fight Kiziato on this one, or just let him have it and probably settle for a second. I'm not sure if he's going to do that here. It is some great points getting into second there, but he has some time to go in this race, so he can still get his back. Kiziato can still make some sort of mistake and he can just get that lead back, or he can just catch him and overtake him again. But let's see what's going to happen. But Kiziato is now getting a lead out front, 1.1 seconds ahead already, ahead of Liam there. Bird now still running in third. He's trying to catch up to these guys yet. I think all of our close gaps are starting to disappear just a little bit right now, but I think that will be coming back very soon, no worries, because I think these guys are going to have to take another pit stop to change off on these tires. I'm not sure, maybe they actually looks like they might be able to make it to the end of the race with these tires as they are right now, so we're going to have a look at that to see if they're going to be able to do that or not. So gap is being maintained at about a second right now between Kiziato and Liam, and we're going to follow down just a little bit right now with Grimmy there in 9th. His teammate has gotten up into 10 just behind him, and he's under a second behind Brembo right now, chasing him down. And let's see, so we got both Ferrari just behind each other, we got both Mercedes just behind each other, so let's see, they're going to chase each other down, and let's see what's going to happen here, because Grimmy is right now trying to get past Brembo and trying to get up into 8 there. And let's see if he's able to get this done, because the gap is decreasing as we speak right now. And it's just a waiting game for him to see, to just get a gap to go on here. And he has to make sure he has a clean overtake to get it done. Doesn't want to be taking damage at this point in the race, because that's just going to cost him a lot of positions, a lot of points. And I don't think he wants to risk it right now. He has been driving pretty well in this race, so let's see how much of a risk he's willing to take in terms of getting by the Ferrari driver right now. I don't think he wants to have two Ferraris finish in front of him. He might want to try and get in front of one of them. And then his teammate is going to try to follow along. Of course, his teammate is about 6.6 seconds behind him right now, so he has some time to catch up there as well. Gap getting very close between Jaeger. Oh, and a bit of contact with the wall, losing a major front wing. That's going to be damage, as has to take a pit stop there right now. That's going to cause Grimmy a lot here now. That's not going to be good for his race. Anyway, let's follow on with Jägerbomb out front as see what's happening. He's probably going to be getting a position here as Briefing Cow is in the pits right now. So Grimmy is going to be taking a pits up to change onto some fresh intermediate tires, but it's going to cost him some time because he does have to change his front wing right now. So two drivers currently in the pits. Lim at the back, they're taking a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Gap out front is still being maintained at least about 1.1 seconds between Kiziato and Liam. So great driving Kiziato in this race, starting P1 and maintaining a P1 for most of this race, I have to say. He did lose it just when he took a pit stop, got back in second, and still got back to the lead in just a few laps time. So he's been driving pretty great in this race so far. So you know what, in the meanwhile, as we have, let's see, what's the closest gap we have at the moment here at least. I think that's going to be probably out front between Kiziato and Liam there. But we're just going to focus on Liam for the moment as we have a look at a few stats here. Penalties are what they are. Requires 10 seconds of penalties. Man, what are you doing on track? That is not good to see. And he's in 13, so that's going to cost him. And then we got Lim 5 seconds and Jägerbomb with a 3-second penalty right now. Not too well. Stops as they are. We can see that changes there. And let's see. We got Kiziato started right there. Liam started right there. And Bird started right there. So top 3 drivers currently right where they started in this race. So they're doing pretty well, I gotta say. We got Smitty there. He's gained 3 positions. Has gained 4 positions. Jägerbomb gained 8 positions so far. Does have a penalty though. And then we got Brembo gained 3 positions. Lord gained 8. Kai gained 2. Briefing Cow has lost 5. Briefing Cow lost 6. And Grimmy's lost 5. Leo's gained 1. Requaz gained 2. Sullivan gained lost 2. Frazier lost 7. Lim lost 1 and Wilco lost 1. And AMG Records, who's out in this race, has lost, let's see, that's 13 positions right now. So who's gained the most so far? It's Lord there running with 8 positions gained up. And Jägerbomb as well. Of course, with Lord with 8 positions as well, Jägerbomb might be losing a position because of penalties. So that's going to be coming into play in just a bit to see who's getting driver of the day when we get down to the end of this session, which we'll be getting to very shortly. We got just about 10 laps left of racing here because we're on lap 18 of 28 right now. So we're going to have some more close gaps starting to form. We got a close gap down just under a second down at the back here, I think. And where has that gone to? Maybe someone took a pit stop there, so that disappeared from me. Oh, and we got Liam taking a pit stop out front. Might be going on to a new set of intermediate tires. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so he had to take a wing change. They kicked some damage there. We're not sure how he got the damage or not. I don't think we had a look at that. So Bird goes up into second now with Kiziato leading this race. And that's going to be interesting to see. So Smitty coming around in 4 just behind Liam now as he is exiting the pits there. So Liam takes his P3. Smitty takes P4. We got Brembo who's going to run in P5 now. So positions are going to be changing up a bit as we got Lord, Jägerbomb, and Dizzle all in the pits at the moment. They're about to get out of there right now. And let's see how the second round of pit stops, general second round pit stops goes for these guys here. So currently as we have it, we got Kiziado out front leading the race, and he's about 15 seconds ahead of Bird. He has some time to play with, and then we got Liam just about 10 seconds behind Bird there. Another 5 seconds behind, Brembo another 14 seconds, Dizzle another 11 seconds, and then the gap gets lower and lower from there on down. Getting down to Jägerbomb here. He's running with a penalty still, as you remember, guys, and he's onto the full-on wet tires right now. So let's get tires back on screen right now so we can have a look at what's happening. So let's see how this is working for him right now. Is this or was this a good idea? We do have that racing running forming on track, but I'm not sure if it's, you know, wet enough to have full-on wet tires right now. Let's see how the braking goes into this section of the track here right now. Is he going? Oh, that's some heavy braking, but he did brake it in time. If he can get past Dizzle, I'll say this is working for him. I think he's getting some trouble getting traction, getting started back again here. He's locking up those tires quite a bit right now. And let's see how well that's actually working for him. Kiziado went into the pits, I think, there, and he pitted onto a fresh set of intermediate tires. Everyone's went out the back of the intermediate tires. It's only Jägerbomb running on the wet, full-on wet tires right now. And I'm just staying on him because I want to see how well these tires are actually working for him. So is he losing time to Dizzle or gaining time right now? Time is about up to 2 seconds, 2.2 seconds right now. It's now 2.3. This is going to tell us if he's actually gaining any time or not. Up to about 2.7 seconds, so I really can't say if this is working for him or not. Because if he does have to take a piece of to go back onto the intermediate, that's going to cost him quite a few positions here. But if it is getting to like a halfway point in the race, just between the intermediates and the full-on wets, it doesn't be coming down a little bit more. So if the track is in a position right now to handle both the intermediates and the full-on wets, he's going to be able to run to the end of the race and hopefully keep his position there in 6th. And hopefully the penalty doesn't set him back too much. It does seem the rain is coming down a bit, but I'm not sure full-on wets is the best idea right now. I think the intermediates can still pull this off. Oh, it's actually getting pretty wet out here. And he seems to be doing pretty well on the tire, but he's losing time to the car in front of him right now. Dizzle is now 3 seconds ahead of him, sorry. He's having a lot of lockups trying to catch up right now. Definitely having some problems here. Let's see what's happening with Bird. He's getting into its rain is coming down way too hard right now. And I think, oh no, he went on to the intermediate tires as well. Someone I think is getting onto the wet tires down in there. I think maybe that's Wilco there. Nope, not him either. See, I do see that they're putting on full-on wets. But we'll get to see the graphic on screen in just a bit either way. So I still got Kiziado leading the race. I still got Liam there in 2nd now. Bird in 3rd. Smitty running 4th. Dizzle running 5th. And what happened there for a second? Something just happened. Lim is out of the session. He might have retired in the pits. I'm not sure. Maybe in the pit entrance there as well from what I'm seeing. Anyway, that's fine. That's clear off track. We're good to go. And it's coming down pretty hard now, coming to the end of this race, and it might be time for wet tires now, guys. I don't think the intermediates are going to be able to push it through that amount of water that's on track. As we can see, Kiziado getting very careful getting back up to speed right now. So I think it's time for full-on wets, but how much of a risk do you want to take right now? Because you know you have cars behind of you. You know you got cars to catch up in front of you. And you got to just be careful. Who's going to pit in front of you? Who's going to pit behind? And are you ready to take a risk to go on to the full-on wet tires right now? Is it going to be worth it? Because he's going to have to stick to the dry portion of the track, or the drier portion of the track right now that has the racing line all dried out, just to keep up to speed right now. He has Liam about 8 seconds behind him. Let's see if he's going to take a pit stop. No, he does not take a pit stop. Kiziado is going to continue on these tires here right now and hope that that strategy works for him. We got Liam coming there. He's staying out there as well. Bird running in P3. I think he might be staying out as well. Let's have a look at that. So a few cars are currently on the full-on wet tires right now, and they seem to be doing pretty alright on it. Especially for Jägerbomb there. He's been running pretty well on those tires. 5.2 seconds, 4.9 seconds behind. So I think he's running pretty well. I don't think they're struggling way too much with it. I think they're just, everyone's trying to push it in with whatever they have on right now. No one wants to take another pit stop right now. Doesn't seem like that's the case. And let's follow. We got Smitty into the pits. He might be going on to the full wet tires right now. We're going to have a look at that in a bit. As we're following with Jägerbomb right now to see how well the full on wet tires are working for him. I don't know how many cars brought a wet strategy here. Anyway, that puts Jägerbomb up into P4 now. Smitty down to P5, and let's see what he's going on to. I think is he serving a penalty? I think he just went onto the full-on wet tires, and he's getting back out. And so I think Diesel is getting onto the full-on wet tires. Yes, he is. So Diesel on the full wets there as well. Let's get back out front to see what's happening with our gaps here now. So our top 3 cars still running on the intermediate tires, as well as a few other cars. Quite a few cars have gone on to the full wet tires right now. So everyone driving on different part of the track, depending on what sort of tires you have on, just because of the amount of water that these tires can displace. And we know the full on wet tires with the blue stripe, they're going to be able to displace a lot more water than the green stripe intermediate tires, which is why if it's getting too wet on track, they have to switch to the wet tires just to accommodate for the amount of water that's going to have to be displaced by these tires here. Just having a look on board here right now, as we can see, the racing line which Liam is trying to follow here is a lot drier than the rest of the track, so it's less water for the tires to displace. So if the intermediate tires can't handle the full-on wet track as we have it right now, he's gonna have to just stick it onto the racing line for the moment until he does switch it onto the full wet tires, which I'm not even sure if he's gonna do. Kisiato's in the pits, he's going full wets, and he's running in second right now. He's gonna lose his position, risk it, and let's see, because he's gonna say, you know what, if I have to do it, then Liam's gonna have to pit as well. He's on intermediates, he's gonna have to go into those wet tires as well. And he's getting back out of the pits right now, back out into second, and is about 6.3 seconds behind Liam right now. And I'm quite sure Liam is gonna have to take a pit stop here. This track is getting way too wet. I don't think these intermediate tires are going to be able to handle it. They're going to have to go extremely slow and lose positions, risking their race right now, especially depending if you're running quite high up. We got Sullivan there. He's in 12th right now, still running on those intermediate tires. I don't know, maybe he just doesn't want to take the chance of pitting right now, trying to push it another 5 to end of this race, but we're going to see how that works out for him. So Liam still yet to pit. Let's see how much he's struggling on these tires or not. On the straight, he's going to be perfectly fine, but it's just going to be when you're getting to different chicanes is when you're going to have problems turning this car and braking. And let's see, he's getting to a very, very dangerous portion of the track right now. Let's see if he's able to brake this car in time. A lot of lockups to get this done. And he's going to wear away those tires pretty fast, as he's going to have a lot of trouble getting the car back up to speed. And Kisiato is gaining time on him right now. He's already 3.1 seconds behind Liam and running. So gap breaking down very quickly right now. Just about 2 cars left on these intermediate tires, and just about 5 laps left to go. So let's see how this is going to play out, because we're quite sure Liam is going to have to pit. If he doesn't, he's going to get overtaken by Kisiato either way here right now, as Kisiato is catching up 1.4 seconds. That gap is going down by the second at the moment here. 1 second, less than a second now, and he's right up behind Liam's car. I wouldn't force it if I was Kisiato right now. You got to know that he's got to pit. There's absolutely no way he's going to be able to keep the lead of this race running on those tires. And Kisiato goes ahead, takes away P1, puts Liam down into P2. And I'm surprised Liam didn't pit on this occasion. He's still pushing it, trying to keep it there. He has 20 seconds to the car behind him. I'm not sure if he knows that or not, but 20 seconds is a lot of time to take a pit stop and still keep it there in P2. Hopefully he's able to keep that gap of 19.3 seconds he has right now and able to take a pit stop on this lap coming up here right now, which is, I think, something I would do. I don't know if he's gonna really want to risk it, pushing this car through with those tires for the next 4 laps and hoping he makes it to the end of the race and stays in P2. I think he might be able to keep P2 either way, but it's gonna be which one is the higher risk here right now. Should it just continue on these intermediate tires, or just actually, I don't know. That gap is going down pretty fast. He already lost 2 seconds in just about 10 to 15 seconds while we were talking here. He's lost about 4 seconds now. That time is going down pretty quickly. He's going to want to take a pit stop right now if he needs to. He should have taken a pit stop on that previous lap there. I think that was a bit of a mistake for Liam there. That might be costing him a position here. Of course, with Jacobom having a 3-second penalty, that's going to come into play as well and determine whether, you know, he's getting P3 or not. So even if he does get past Liam, if Liam takes his pit stop or he gets past it either way, he might still have to take P3. We're going to have a look at that at the end to see how that penalty works out for him there, though. And still, let's see, I don't think he chose to take a pit stop again. Nope, he's not taking a pit stop again. He's going to keep running to the end of the race. Has 13 seconds, 12 seconds of a gap. Now that gap is going down way too fast, man. He's going to be losing that position to Bird if he's not careful here right now. Sorry, to Jägerbomb there if he's not careful. Because he's catching up pretty quickly. That penalty is going to mean nothing if he doesn't get a good gap to go on here. Let's have a look. So Jägerbomb knows that he's gaining time right now. Just about 10 seconds. He's gained 10 seconds in just about a lap's time. And still has another 3 laps to go. So I don't think Liam is going to be able to keep this car in P2 for much longer. This is going to come down to be a pretty close one. So we're going to keep an eye on this battle here right now to see how this works out. Gap is now 9 seconds between Liam and Jägerbomb here. Seattle leading pretty well out front by 12 seconds right now. Gap getting very close between Dizzle and Briefing Cow down in the back there as well. Gap is on our second also between Brembo and Grimmy. Half a second that gap is. Let's have a look at what's happening with Grimmy down in the back. Chasing down Brembo right now. Let's see if he's able to catch up as we're on board with him for just a bit. Visibility is not at the best point right now, and Jägerbomb is now 6.2 seconds. 5.8 seconds behind Liam here, sorry. So we're going to get back to that in just a bit as that gap goes down. We're currently following with Grimmy right now to see if he's going to be able to get past Brembo and get up into 8th position or not. Conditions on track don't seem to be improving at all right now. Oh, and Brembo seems to be losing it just a little bit. And they're both getting back up to speed right now. Let's see how Grimmy is handling this, if he's going to be able to get by or not. Overtaking under these conditions is not going to be as easy as you expect, guys. And they're going to have to be super careful not to damage their cars at this point in the race. Getting onto lap 26 here right now. They're going to have to be super careful just to ensure they avoid any penalties and do not damage your front wings. And we still got Liam out there still running with that intermediate tires. I'm not sure if how much he's struggling. And Jägerbomb is now right behind his car. So let's see how this battle plays out. So he is about to lose P2 here, because I think Jägerbomb should quite easily get by. Let's see if how much he's going to defend that P2 position right now, as he's getting very close down to the end of the race. This will be quite more interesting if this was the final lap of the race, but we're getting to that point very soon, and let's see if he's able to hold off. Oh, a bit of a bump between Liam and Jägerbomb there, as I think Jägerbomb has gotten past now up into P2, putting Liam down into P3. Has about 18 seconds to Bird behind him. Hopefully he doesn't lose more positions here. And we got Kiziato out front, 21 seconds off of Jägerbomb there, so he's doing pretty well out front. Has quite a gap to work with. I don't think he has anything to worry about right now unless he crashes that car out by himself. Then that's going to be it for him. But either way, let's see what happens. Let's see what else is happening down the back. Back to Grimmy there, who's currently running in P9 and chasing down Brembo still. And I think something happened somewhere on track. I think we might have missed it. I'm not sure. I think it was just a yellow flag. We're good. And still going again. So currently on lap 27 here, guys. Has been quite an interesting race for round 2 for SNRC here today. And let's see who's going to be taking this. So Kiziado looks like definitely is going to be taking the win for this one. And let's have a look at penalties. And let's see. So 3 seconds still for Diego. I'm currently running in seconds and in second there. And it looks like he's going to be taking second because Liam is down in third, 5.7 seconds behind. So he's going to be losing out on that. I think that was a bit of a mistake. He did not take that pit stop. And did Grimmy just lose part of his front wing? I think he did lose an end plate there. Yes, he did. Hopefully he's able to take it to the end of the race the way it is. So 5-second penalty so far for Briefing Cow, 3 seconds for Dizzle, and 3 seconds for Wilco there. Tires as they are, we know what that is. A lot of pit stops happen in this race. And there we have it. 12 positions gained by Jägerbomb there in the Ferrari. So he's running pretty well up high up front. And that's probably going to mean driver of the day for Jägerbomb there. We're going to have a look and see if that actually works out for him or not in just a bit, as we're coming very close down to the end of this race right now. Getting back out front, let's follow. Oh, we got a gap going here between Frazier and Sullivan right now. We're going to follow on board with Frazier. And our leader has finally entered into the final lap of this race. He is on lap 28 going right now. So Sullivan and Frazier here. They might be switching positions pretty soon as Frazier is trying to go on the inside. Let's see if he's able to get this on. No, has to hold it out in 14 for now. Just trying to give you guys the best view as we can right now. Sullivan having some trouble out front. I got him back up to speed, and I think he's got back up to speed right now. But yeah, Frazier is still chasing him down right now. Very difficult conditions to drive with. But these guys are doing the best that they can here right now, and still, you know, are trying to avoid contact. And there goes Frazier, gets past up into P13 on the final lap of the race, and probably going to be keeping that for now. Let's see if Sullivan is able to get it back now and pushing on through, and looks like he might be getting it back. Does get it back, or back up into P13. Following with our race leader right now to see where he is. So Kiziado currently, I think, is in Sector 3 and running right now. Yep, he's just entered into Sector 3, about to fit pole. Didn't take a pit stop on the safety car, just took pit stop under the conditions of raining starting into intermediates, and then went on to the west at the wet tires at a very right time as well. Just had to gain that bump. He did get it. Led the race for most of the race, I gotta say. And he is coming around the final chicane right now and does take the win for the Vietnam Grand Prix. That is it for Kiziado. P1 for him. Jägerbomb comes around here right now. Let's see, he's still running in Sector 3. Has one penalty to deal with, but the car behind of him is 13 seconds away. Liam did make a mistake by not pitting on those intermediates and going on to the full-on wets, which is costing him a position here right now on the podium. But he's still going to be on the podium, hopefully there. We got Jägerbomb coming around right now, taking P2 for Vietnam. And let's go on to Liam here right now, who should be able to come around and take P3 and still stay on the podium here right now. Gap is 5.3 seconds. He needs to stay above 3 seconds for him to stay on the podium. And it looks like he might actually be able to pull this off. So actually still keeping a podium position. Pretty good for him. We got Bird coming around right now. He is 5.4 seconds behind. Gets P4. Then Smitty comes around another 14 seconds behind. And he is going to be going P5 here right now. Has with 2 cars behind him with penalties. Let's see how that works out for those 2 cars. So that's P5 there for Smitty. P6 for Briefing Cow. And Dizzle is going to come around for P7. We got Brembo coming right now for about 12 seconds behind. He should be getting P. And let's see if that works pretty well for him. Does seem to be working out. That's P8 for him. Lord coming in 9th with the teammate Grimmy Air in 10th. Let's see if they're both getting their position as they are. They should be. No penalties here. So that's P9 for Lord. And we got Grimmy coming around. That's P10. We got Kai coming here for P11. And we're going to get the rest of the positions as we get to the final results table there. Because that's going to be over for now. And let's see if Jägerbomb does get driver of the day on this one here. And there we have it. He does get it. So congratulations for driver of the day goes to Jägerbomb. And Kiziado takes the win for the Vietnam Grand Prix. So there we have it. Kizziato takes pole position for this race. Jägerbomb takes seconds. Liam there takes P3. That's a podium finishers there. Bird takes P4. Smitty P5. Briefing Cow P6. Dizzle in 7. Brembo there takes 8. Laura takes 9. Grimmy in 10. Kai in 11. Leo in 12. Fraser in 13. Sullivan 14. Requaz in 15. Wilco in 16. I got Lim in 17. And AMG Reckless unfortunately did not get to finish this race, 18. So guys, that is it for the Vietnam Grand Prix. Congratulations to our race winners there. And driver of the day and fastest lap went on to Kizziato there. So, you know, great job on him for actually getting that done at 138.5. That's incredible for him actually there. So either way, thank you guys for joining us on for this session. We should be live again on this channel on Thursday NRC's round 2 right here at Vietnam as well. So thank you guys for joining us for that.